Good morning and welcome to Community Conversations. I am Queen Miss Ebony J. You are listening and watching to 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. If you've never listened to Community Conversations before, this is where we come to talk about the things happening in our community. But we don't come on here and nag or talk just to be talking, okay? We are coming on talking about the problems and providing solutions. I'm super excited about today's guest. My queen, you see her on your timeline all the time, but you don't know who she doing. She is a stylist, okay? A beautician. Miss Whitney Peek, the CEO and founder of Purposeful, Innovative Beautician. How are you doing, queen?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good. Talk to me about your business. What made you decide to start this?
So I've been a professional stylist for the last 10 years, and I've been doing hair since I was a kid. So I've come across many different situations where I felt like I was very beneficial to that person. So I've come across quite a few of our African-American children in foster care that are typically living in white households or single dad homes that know nothing about hair. So when they come in, their hair is always at such a bad condition, and I like to educate them on how to take care of themselves. So they gave me the idea where I wanted to help other student stylists and newly licensed professionals be able to build their clientele by helping me with these children and teens around the city.
And I think that is great.
Thank you.
Now, how do you pick people? Because I see you post people all the time as you're doing different styles. How do you decide who you're going to bless?
Well, I am currently partnered with United Way's Black Empowerment Program, which we're able to help fund the program to help different kids throughout the city. So I reached out to programs like New Path and the Lighthouse program and the Bethany House, because we're going to help women that suffer domestic violence and families living in shelters too. So they have many participants in these programs who I'm sure that can benefit from these services that we're offering.
Now, Whitney, how long have you been doing hair?
I've been doing hair since I was a kid, but professionally for the last 10 years.
In your experience of doing hair, would you find, which part would you say is the most rewarding part about it?
When you turn the chair around and that client sees their hair, you know, little things like a simple hairstyle brings out the confidence in that person. You never know what they've been going through. And just to have something simple as a hairstyle, or, something that they've never had before, or just that care that I give. I take care of my clients. When I'm shampooing their hair, I make sure they get a good scrub. When I'm conditioning, I am massaging that product into their hair. I am relaxing my client. And then once they see their services afterwards and see how good it makes them feel, it makes me feel just as good as them.
I bet. Because, you like a therapist in that chair. Y'all know
Yes.
all our business.
Yes.
I know my hairstylist, though. She probably know more than she wants to.
You are absolutely correct. They tell us everything. I have kids that I've been doing their hair from 3rd and 4th grade. Now they're in, senior year in high school or freshman year in college. As soon as they mama drop them off, oh my God. They get to spilling the tea just like us adults do. It ain't nothing different.
Oh,
so I have a relationship with everybody.
And that's important. That's the part that I was going to follow up and ask you, because, now that you're doing, your hairstyling part is different because you're making sure you're changing lives with every hairstyle you give, you're changing the life. But yeah. I know the fact that you're catering to those who have experienced domestic violence, who are in foster care, whose fathers may not know how to, cater to their hair. What are some things that you do, because, they may only come for that one time. Do they come back again? Or what is that process like? Or do you take them through something to kind of say, you're going to have to grease it like this or part it like this throughout the week?
Yes. So definitely, as we're either taking their hair down or during the detangle process, I teach them, I educate them, because once you learn how to do it, because a lot of kids, are tender-headed. And
Yeah.
if you teach them how to maintain it, it makes the process much easier where they don't have to go through that anymore. And then I also offer classes, to anybody that's in these programs that would like to come and learn, on a separate note, not only how to do their hair, but also I offer boutique registrations to where they can get their braiders registration and actually work in a salon, or get their shampoo registration where they can come and be someone's assistant. So not only are they getting the education for themselves, they can also get these registrations and work in other salons too.
Now, see, your business is very different, Queen. I'm gotta be very honest. I was so nervous when you jumped on my post, because I'm like, I'm not trying to get fired. Now, I love me some Whitney, but I don't want to lose my job.
Oh
And you
no.
really said, no, this is a nonprofit, Queen. Like, we
Yes.
legit over here. What
Yes.
made you decide to turn your business to a nonprofit, and talk about the structuring parts that you know really had to consider when organizing the business?
Well, I don't get any sleep. That's number one, because I am very focused and determined. I love what I do. This is an absolute passion for me. So I turned it into a nonprofit because it takes a lot to be able to help so many people, and I can't do it on my own.
Yeah.
So the more people that because we all see these issues every day. I've had clients come and tell me, Whitney, I'm gonna pay. I seen this it was crazy. I seen a foster kid, out in the store, and their hair looking mess, and I offered to pay for them to come and get their hair done. Think when you hear things like that, know that there's other people out there that's just like me that are wanting and willing to help. It's
Yeah.
like the nonprofit is the way to go, because I feel like more organizations, will want to assist with this type of thing, this type of services.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the money all the time. It's about what you can do to help and benefit other people. That's how you get your blessings. I love to help others. It's not just about the compensation. It's about what you get out of it.
Yeah. For certain. And you're getting that reward because they smiling, they're different. I mean, I know how I was when I was younger. You wasn't touching this.
Right.
It hurt too bad, right? But you're showing them how to maintain it.
Yes.
You're showing it, how to work it. And it has a lot to do with our self-esteem too.
Definitely.
So if my hair ain't done, I don't want. I used to back in the day want to go to school. My mama would be like, "Girl, Bob, you going to school?" But like now, I got to get talked about the whole day. It's devastating.
Yes, and no one wants to go through that, So when you have resources, use them. If you know somebody that can benefit from these resources, a lot of people. I hate that they are so selfish, and I don't want you to go to my stylist. And it's like, let's think positive. They might need those services. There's a difference between a cosmetologist and a stylist. I am a cosmetologist. I'm not just about the hairstyle. I'm all about taking care and treating your hair. If you want to add extensions to it, we can do that, but we're going to take care of your hair in the process.
Yes. And it's a difference.
There's a big difference.
People would do you however, boy.
Yes, ma'am. All for that dollar.
And you won't know. You have to learn how to ask the right questions. Yes. Or what I learned, shoot, if they ain't asking me no questions, that ain't the one. Because I was trying to get my hair locked up, and I started, just calling around and inquiring, telling people to tag people. And I literally called over 10 different people. But when I called this one lady, she had a dozen questions for me. And I was like, what? And then told me I had to get a consultation. Yes. Before she would even do it. I'm like, and you had the nerve to be the one that they tagged the most on my page. So I literally waited her out, and I'm so glad I did, because the healthy part, you said it matters. It makes a difference. And then my friends who go to the other people, you can see the difference. So you want to make sure you get you a cosmetologist, not a stylist, people.
Definitely. Yes. So I'm currently teaching. So Don Community High School just opened up a career development center where I'm the cosmetology instructor. So I do the boutique register classes, like the shampooing, braiding, makeup artistry, and threading. And with this class, it's funny because I'm teaching 11th and 12th graders, and they come in thinking we're only doing hair, and they get attitudes. You got to write all these notes. I said, yes, ma'am. Because if you do decide to go to cosmetology, you got to go to state board and answer all those questions too. But at the end of the day, if you have to separate yourself from these other stylists out here, that's what's gonna make you better. So if I can educate you on not just how to do hair, but how to take care of their hair and do it accordingly, and actually let it show. You can say what you're doing, but somebody should be able to look at that person's hair and see that it's healthy.
Yeah. It makes a hey, you ain't never lied, Queen. You can see the difference.
Yes. I don't care what hairstyle. If you chemically treated or natural, locks or braids, or whatever you're wearing, you're supposed to be able to look at that person's hair and tell that it's healthy.
If you just tuned in, this is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. I am Queen Miss Ebony J, in the building with another Queen, Miss Whitney Peek, who is here representing for purposeful innovation, beautician. And I'm super excited because my queen is giving back to the community day in and day out. She supports families who living in shelters who need that assistance with their hair. She also supports kids that are in foster care whose parents who may not understand how to necessarily treat their hair and take care of it. Women experiencing domestic violence and getting out of that situation. She understands the need. And then, of course, we know we cannot leave out the mental health sector. Whitney, I saw on your social media that you do stuff with the mental health in a disability area community as well. Talk about that for us.
Yes. So I've had a few parents that have children that are autistic, children that are MRDD, children that are also with Down syndrome. The Lighthouse currently has a program that deals with mental health children, and I can't wait to be able to broaden out my horizon and work more with them too. It's really hard working with mental health children because they move around a lot, but you got to work with them. You got to show them that love and compassion, or even play with them and, things like that, and make them feel comfortable.
It's no joke.
It's no joke.
Whitney need an award. She being very nice on here, okay? Because y'all know my sister Kimmy, okay? She has autism. And that girl, we got to play. We got to feed her. We got to bring the dog. I mean, it's a job.
Yes.
It is not an easy task.
I had a little girl. She was about 8 years old, and she was she has Down syndrome. And she came in while I was working on somebody. I was finishing them up, and she seen one of my mannequins. And her mom was like, "No, you can't see that." I said, "Just let her get it." And she get the mannequin, then she go pick up beeswax. And when I tell you, she put that whole jar of beeswax in the mannequin hair, but it kept her still, it kept her busy. I don't care what she do.
No, she did.
Yes, she did. It was too funny. I said,
she's trying to be like you.
Yes, it'll take me 3 months to wash it out, but
oh,
you gotta have compassion for your job.
Yeah. And you sound like you love it, Whitney, because you gotta be passionate to do that every day.
Yes, every day. 6, sometimes 7 days a week.
And I'm just thinking about the people that you serve, your audience, they're not always happy. They come, they depressed. They may need a friend. You the friend when they come. They may not know how to speak to their parents, or especially when you're dealing with people in shelters and foster care. They have experienced so much, but you're greeting them and opening your door with love, and then leaving them different. They change when they get up out that chair.
Yes, they have my cell phone numbers. They call, they text me, everything.
What, really?
Aww. Really, so serious.
That is so good. I am so proud and happy. So before we go, I want to talk. Look, that was the whole reason that I wanted to talk with you, because you just had a bomb event this weekend. Tell us about it.
So we had an event down at Memorial Hall where we provided beauty services such as haircuts or hairstyles, blowouts or braids. We did kids' hair. And we also did mini facials and manicures, and we had a DJ with the good music playing, and we was having a good time while getting serviced.
I think that's so dope. It was just like just the introduction to the community type of
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, so my program is brand new. I just orchestrated it back in March. So this was a way to be able to get my program out to the people within the city. Because once everybody finds out, I'll be able to get more stylists and barbers and estheticians and manicurists on deck to be able to help people. Because I get clients from all over, not just Cincinnati, but I have clients coming from Indiana, farther, through Kentucky. And if I get stylists, that spread out all over the city, we'll be able to help more people versus them coming to one sole destination.
Agreed. So we want to grow. You see, you hear
Yes.
my girl Whitney. She wants to build. She needs
Yes.
your help. She needs your support. And you know how I say it every week, y'all. Now we a village. It still take the village. We still
Yes.
need the village. And guess what? You are a part of the village. So we
Yes.
need your support today. So that way we can make sure she can continue changing lives. She can continue to make sure that these babies are feeling empowered when they leave. And what I'm here, she over there being a mentor too. We need your support.
Yes. You got a mentor community, because the kids nowadays, they need help.
They do.
They need good people in their lives. They need people that can teach them the way. It's not just about hair. I know the people starting programs that want to help kids learn trades, like fix houses up and learn carpentry, things like that. I want to be able to point them in good and right directions. And then I know people that have mentoring programs that need assistance. We're gonna get it together with our community.
We got to.
And this chair is gonna start behind this chair.
There we go. That's the attitude, Queen. That's the attitude right there.
Yeah.
We have to get back to the village and get back to the community. Tell everybody that's listening, just in case, they want to learn more. Maybe they want to give or want to learn, just connect with you. How do they do that?
So I have a website. It's pibbeautition.com. So it's PIBEAUTICIAN.com.
So make sure you go log on so that way you can stay up to date about events, just different things that she's going to be doing in the community, how you can be a part. As we can see, she has a lot of things that she needs support with because they are coming. They are showing up, but we know it costs. It takes a true village. So make sure you do your part. Tell us the website again, Queen.
It's PIBeautition.com.
Head on over, subscribe, make a donation if you can. And remember, keep it in your forefront. We are changing lives, but we have to be a part of the change that we want to see. And if you're not giving, or you're not the one that's starting the business, and you're not the one picking up the kids, or you don't have the kids, even if you have them, you have to do your part. And I just want to make sure before we end this conversation today that you understand your role and how you can be a part of helping Miss Whitney continue her mission and vision to make sure our babies have that beautiful hairstyle so they can live and be great and they see themselves as succeeding. You never thought a hairstyle can make a difference, but it really can. And we are so grateful for Miss Whitney Peek. Thank you so much, Queen.
Thank you. I appreciate you even more.
Purposeful, innovative, beautician, again, supporting and providing hairstyles for the mental health, for people with disabilities, for the people that's experienced domestic violence, and for foster care. And if we want to, I need support. Maybe I'm a person that's in foster care, or I'm a person that stays in the shelter. How do I get support? Do I go about it the same way by going onto the website?
Yes, you can definitely go onto the website, but the programs that such as the Lighthouse, Beach Acres, New Path, and Bethany House, they already have my information if needed. So either it would be best to go through the website, but you can also deal with your program counselor or coordinator at each individual site.
All righty, you see, we have hope. There's hope out here. There's a difference that's being made, but you got to open your eyes. Make sure you continue to listen every week. So I will continue to bring more people on, more resources. If there's something specific that you need and you're looking for, I'm at Miss Ebony J. That's MSEBONYJ on Instagram. And I'm also on Facebook, Queen Ebony J. Don't be afraid to slide in my DMs, because I'm all about making sure that we are not just talking about the problems, but we are providing solutions. This is how we do it right here on Community Conversations. Thank you again, Whit.
Thank you, girl. It was a pleasure.
Yes, we'll see you more Community Conversations after these messages. It's 12:30 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station.